Yeah. My last question is around TikTok. Now,
Okay.
you've got amazing videos with thousands and thousands of likes and views. Uh, How did obviously that grew over time, but sometimes I just go out of control nuts.
Yeah.
Secret tip. So if I did my, I haven't yet put my first video on TikTok.
Oh, no,
What's my
no.
tip? What's your tip for me to get thousands and thousands of views? Blah blah blah. What's your little secret sauce on that, Camille?
Okay, well, tip number one has to be good, has to be engaging, has to be controversial. You have to provide information until the end that makes me want to watch. So that's number one. Number two is you have to post consistently, um, constantly, and with like and provide value. So basically the way that any of the algorithms work outside of LinkedIn is it's kind of two pronged. So the first is your first few videos aren't going to do well because the algorithm doesn't know how to sort your content. So basically the way that TikTok's algorithm is like the scariest, and that's why it's done so well. So after you spend like 30 minutes or an hour, and it basically does like it tracks what through rapid eye movement, like which one you're the most engaged with and like what videos. So right away within 30 minutes, you'll start seeing a different feed than I'll start seeing. And when you start posting content to TikTok, it doesn't know who's interested in your content versus my content. So what you're not going to see that kind of those big numbers right away. But what's going to happen is once you start creating more content, and if it's valuable, that's when you start to see kind of the numbers go up. So what's interesting is all of the platforms won't start pushing you. So you won't start getting those like million or like 100,000 views until you have a bunch of videos, because we're in an attention economy. So what the app wants to do is if you land on my content, they don't want you to close the app. And if I only had 3 videos, you're going to close the app. But if I have 40 videos, they're going to push my content, because once you get on one of my videos, then you're going to start watching all of them. And that's kind of the big, like being good content, it being to the point quick. Like in the first 5 seconds, you have to have a hook. And if you're not keeping people's attention for 5 seconds, the video dies. So what I've noticed in my own content, which is the most interesting because it's the easiest to analyze your own than anyone else's, I will notice in the first hour if that video is going to go viral because of the way that the view count is climbing. So if in the first 30 minutes it's stagnant, I know it's not going to do that well. But if I start hitting like higher numbers, like 7 or 10,000 within the first hour, that's when I know that that video is going to go viral. And I'm able to kind of figure out within that first small window. The other thing that's interesting is I've heard this from people at the top of all the platforms, but what I'm hearing from my clients that come in, they're like, I went into a black hole. I watched 2 hours of your content. I feel like I know you as a human being. So you're not, it's a long game, but it's worth it. I find it takes about 8 to 10 months to like really start to like make money off of TikTok, like generating clients and business. But those 8 months are so worth your time, because not only are you going to become way better on camera and become a better creator, but you're investing in the future of your business. Because the other thing that's really interesting is the people that are reaching out to me or are like I need to work with you, that moment has to happen. So they have to connect and pattern with you before they need you, right? So that's the other big piece is people will watch my content for months and their product isn't ready for marketing. It's not ready for branding. So when you're investing in that 8 months of creating content, you're investing in a ton of business that's to come, because it's not right away that the accident or the divorce happens and they need surgery. Like they need to go through that education and learning, and they need to trust you, and building that trust takes time.